Ready to take your favorite WagerTalk handicappers wherever you travel this football season? The WagerTalk TV app is now live for phones, tablets, smart TVs, and streaming platforms. Tune into your favorite shows like WagerTalk Today, Bet on It, and the Opening Line Report. Plus, browse through our extensive library of sports betting tips. Create your personal playlist of betting tip videos to help you prepare for the upcoming season, and set notifications to alert you when new content is added. Download the app for Apple, Android, Amazon, and Roku devices by searching for WagerTalk TV, or scan the QR code on your screen to join the winning conversation today.
Hey guys, welcome in on a very happy Thursday to you. The NBA tip-off show powered by WagerTalk.com. It's loaded across the sports betting landscape tonight. 2 games only in the association, so we're going to take a look at both of those games for you as we've got a little college football, a little NFL, we got World Series Game 5, NHL, whole lot else going on, but we are going to break down these games tonight with 3 of the best here as we welcome in the A-team is Tony Finn. It's the Tony brothers, baby. Tony Finn, his brother from a different mother, Tony Mejia, and the U capper, Ronald Kabang, hanging out with us here on the show. You can catch Ronald over at sportsmemo.com. Do yourself a favor, guys, if you haven't done so already. Make sure you visit him there. Also, make sure you are following him on Twitter as Tony Mejia. Kick us off here, man. We were just reminiscing about some of the aggravation from 24 hours ago in the association, namely how in the hell did that New Orleans Lakers game go to overtime and crush everyone who had an under ticket. But how was your evening? And of these 2 games, you got anything going on in the NBA or elsewhere?
Yeah, that Dyson Daniels, the first free throw should have gone. That was cruel, and
Yes.
I feel for anybody. I was actually, the basketball gods graced me yesterday. I went 7-0, 2-0 in Champions League, 3-0 in the World Series Game 4, and 2-0 in the Cavs Celtics game because I was on Jaylen Brown. That was a gimme, but that game I had the over, and obviously going overtime blessed me. So that was a big deal there. The Jason Tatum flush, and that he got fouled. Nobody called it. So
Yeah.
Good night there. I will give out both of my plays here because I don't really love anything. But I do have a lean now that I've seen both lines on. I like the Nuggets OKC total. So We'll talk about that. But yeah, most of my stuff is going to be on college football. I got NFL already up, and World Series will be loaded to see if I can stay hot in Game 5.
All right, good stuff there. And Tony Finn, what is going on, man? I know you got everything going on here. You got a little baseball, a little college, and an NFL. What do you got? Anything tonight in the association or elsewhere?
I do. I have. I played only inside of one of the 2 that comprise our doubleheader tonight, right? In the association, I have two props, and I have I took a position on the OKC game as Tony did. So it's a 3-play package, 2 props, 1 game, all in one, and I think you can get it for $15 tonight.
Boom!
I think so.
Let's do it. Love it. No, it's I love these little small slates here, Ronald. Always some value to be found here, whether it be in the prop betting market or across the board here. How you been, man? What's going on with the association this year? And what do you got up at sportsmemo.com for us?
Yeah, the NBA has been awesome. Like Tony Mejia there, I went undefeated yesterday, 5-0 in the NBA.
Boom!
Today I got 3 NBA plays. Currently over at SportsMemo, number 1 on the leaderboard there in the NBA as well. So hoping to continue to get those W's there for my clients. Last night, took 3 plays on the 2 games today and beating the line in all 3. So that's always a good sign. Hopefully we get these W's tonight. No CLV trophies here.
I was going to say that CLV trophy. You keep that shit. Nobody wants that. Damn. All right, Ronald. You Capper on sportsmemo.com. Mejia and Finn over at WagerTalk.com. Let's take a look, guys. Golden State still on the road here, taking on the Orlando Magic tonight. They hung out in Florida, took I-95 north there from Miami after, they lost that game. A little retribution, thank you. Now they're going to take on the Magic and their one win. But, I mean, 7.5 I saw as the original open. Now I'm seeing 9.5s, obviously. 226 is the total. Mejia, correct me if I'm wrong here. I ain't betting Golden State on the road as a big favorite. Maybe not until January. Like, they don't even seem to have any clue as to what's going on. Those rotations are mind-blowing right now with what's happening with Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you only bet the Warriors if you think this is a feel-good game or a get-right game. And it could conceivably be true. We'll see if Terrence Ross suits up for the Magic. Otherwise, I really only have interest in DFS tonight because the Magic have, no guards available except R.J. Hampton, so he should be in everybody's lineup. And Boncaro, they'll run offense through him and Franz Wagner. But yeah, I mean, if T. Ross is out, that's their best shooter, and the Magic can't shoot. So certainly they could be in trouble there. The Warriors are at least healthy. But you're absolutely right in terms of their mind-boggling performances on the road thus far. Just really struggling out of the gate. But, I mean, it's early in the season, and Steph Curry's at least playing well, so there's that.
Yeah, well, there is that. There's always the prop betting market or DFS, like he said, Ronald. But, man, oh, man, I don't know. Don't trust Steve Kerr here in games that are well in hand. Feels like the back door is going to be open a lot until they figure some things out here at Golden State. How do you approach this game tonight?
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at it a little bit differently. I think both of these teams really are in bad travel spots, right? Warriors here, obviously on a 3-game losing streak, you didn't expect that for these Warriors teams, especially early on in the season, regardless of whether or not they still need to work on that rotation. But fourth game of a 5-game road trip, right? First leg of a back-to-back road games as well. They have the Pelicans tomorrow.
Ooh.
Possible look at, but the Magic, 1-7. I believe they are better than what their record shows, but they're also on a bad travel spot. Literally through every single game so far this season, they've had to travel 2 road games, 1 home game, 2 road games, 1 home game, all the way until today, which will be their first home game of a 7-game homestand. So they still have a lot of travel issues there on their own. Overall, like I mentioned, I think they are better than what their record shows, but that's when they're healthy. Right now, they're not. They're missing a lot of guard depth. Gary Harris, Fultz, Cole Anthony, Terrence Ross, like Tony mentioned, he has a knee bruise and he's a game time decision. And then you got Isaac and Mo Wagner as well, who adds that depth in the 3 and 4 position. To me, when they're healthy, I think they'll be a play-on team. But right now, with their lack of depth and especially at the guard position and their poor shooting, that's going to hurt them today. I think Warriors sitting at 3-5. I feel like they're going to be playing with a sense of urgency today. You can finally hear the frustration in the voice of Kerr and some of the players in these post-game presses. I think initially in the first couple losses, they're like, all right, we'll figure it out. We got to figure out this rotation. We're going to put the minutes, to where they need to be for guys like Thompson and Green and to get their stamina up. But now they're like, man, they're getting really frustrated with the refs. You can kind of feel that there's going to be a point where they're going to start to bounce back, and I think this is where that's going to be. I wanted to see how the Warriors did after losing 3 straight games. Dating back to last season, they are 5-1 against the spread. So this, to me, is a spot where I think the Warriors get it done. I think they win by double digits. Last night I gave it out to my clients at -8. So that's what I mean about beating the line here. I could see a double-digit win here. I think the Magic are not one of those teams who shoot the 3 ball that well. So if the Warriors get into a big lead early, how are they going to come back? I mean, it's not like their defense is all that great. So to me, double-digit win on the Warriors here.
All right, laying it with Ronald Kabang. Tony Finn, how about you? You confident enough with Golden State to go in and run them over, or how are you approaching this one?
I'm not exactly. I'm not approaching this. I mean, the first thing it's still young. The season's young. Yeah, we're 1/10 of the way into the season, roughly. Some teams have 7 games, some have 9 played. But for me, I don't know about you guys. For me, it's typically I think I have a pretty good pulse on on the Warriors and what they're doing, what they're trying to do with the rotations. And as you mentioned to Joe, I don't believe Kerr has everything, at least in pocket, that he needs to know what's going to be his best first rotation, who's going to be best coming off the bench, et cetera, et cetera. They're a deep team. They're fairly healthy. But they have to change some things. I think we'd all agree that Thompson's just not the defensive player he used to be before his 2 years missing basketball, the Achilles injury, the knees, et cetera, et cetera. And from what we've seen so far, the Warriors are not the same defensive team that closed the season out last year and ended up winning another championship, their fourth championship, at least with this group of players, most of the players. So what's going to happen? Magic are beat up like my esteemed colleague mentioned at the guard position, but they continue to play pretty well. They come to play. And if you looked at, they're depending a lot on some young scoring from Pablo, obviously, with no Cole Anthony, no Fultz, no Harris, et cetera, et cetera. I'm away from this, buddy, but if I'm in this room, I'm still going to lean to taking the points in the home team. But he's going to have to convince me a little more than what you guys have done.
All right, let's go here, guys. Denver Nuggets taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And damn, that Thunder up to it again here, Tony Mejia. They just refuse to stop printing money. I don't know what's going on. Why is nobody paying attention? They are 4-3 straight up, Joe. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, but they are cash cows, 6-1 against the number again. We did the same thing a year ago, Mejia. We laughed every time. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's out. Now it's 12. Okay, I'll take it. And I believe they get Josh Giddey back tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's back in the lineup. But here we are, 6.5 at home. Denver coming to town. I mean, 55, I think 31 or 32. Somewhere around the 64% mark here now over the last, dating back to last season. It doesn't get any more profitable than Oklahoma City getting points at home. Mejia, how are you approaching it?
Yeah, I mean, you got it exactly right, Joe, because it's even more egregious this year because Dagnall doesn't even know who he's playing from night to night. It's like, all right, you're starting now. Jalen Williams, they got two Jalen Williams, one from Arkansas, the other kid from Santa Clara. I love the Santa Clara kid. He started the other day, and they just Pokashevsky comes in and gives you a double-double. It's basically like, here's the carrot. Go out and earn your playing time, and these young kids are earning their playing time. Getting Giddey back tonight is huge. My best bet will be later in the show, and it's contingent on Bones Highland playing for Denver, which we'll have to see closer to tip-off. But I may make a client play once I hear definitively that he's playing. But with Giddey out there, that takes such pressure off Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who's had to do a ton. He went from being he's not going to play at all in one game earlier this season to coming out and absolutely dominating as they blew out. I forget who it was now, but it was the Clippers, lopsided win, and so that's what the Oklahoma City brings to the table consistently. I mean, at this point, they're on a 4-game winning streak, and they've only lost once against the numbers. So, you fade them at your own peril.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fix it. Where the hell is that coming from? Tony Finn, what is going on here, my man? If anybody loves a good streak and a good trend, it's Tony Finn. How do you going here, Finn? Is it the same old, or you think maybe Denver comes in and handles business tonight rather easily?
Well, did you mention, I missed it, you were talking about OKC, the Thunder, as far as what they were against the ATS against the number. What was the number you threw out there?
So I believe, if I am
61.
not mistaken, it was 64%, I think. Since last year,
I read something. Yeah, I think you're right. I read something that they were basically a 55 and 35, 55 and 32, something like that against the number.
Yep.
Heck, they've been really good defensively, guys. They've really been. If you look at it, they're only allowing 108. I know it's early, and we have a small sample size, but 108 per 100 possessions is what they're giving up, which is terrific defensively. Forcing turnovers. The question, obviously, is can they score enough, right? Can they score enough? Their offense about the same, 108 point 108 and change per 100 possessions. But and that as long as Alex is on the floor, they're pretty good. When he comes off the floor, guys, their metrics are they're not very good. He's got to stay out. He's got to stay out of foul trouble, which is kind of a conundrum. If you're going to play good defense, you're going to commit fouls. At least in my opinion, you are in my orbit, you will. So that said, I think this is a good situation for Oklahoma City. Again, like you said, everybody's giddy about Giddey coming back. Hopefully, it won't change too much, and Lou Dort will smother Murray, and they'll do the best they can against the Joker, and see how where the cards and where the points may fall. But my goodness, Oklahoma City, as you mentioned, Joe, they come to play. They're not tanking. This team isn't tanking. If everybody's going to be fighting over this number one pick, nobody, in my opinion, not one team so far in the league, because of some of the surprises from the what we expected to be, bottom feeders, have played pretty well. So I'm on this game tonight. I got 2 props, like I said. I've taken position on one of the game plays, either side or total, and I'm happy. I'm happy to share it with you. All you have to do is come by, and you can get all 3 for $15. Let's do it.
Boom. Make sure you visit them, guys, over at WagerTalk.com. SportsMemo.com is where you can get our man, Ronald Kabang, UCapper, and Ronnie, let's face it, if Ski was here, he'd be rambling something off about rest advantage and Denver having it here tonight. I know you're going to go down that route as well, so talk to me, man. How are you approaching this tonight?
You are correct. Yeah, I do see the rest advantage here for the Nuggets. They haven't played since Sunday when they lost to the Lakers, and I feel like that's like simmering inside of them right now. Like, how did we lose to the Lakers, right? And then I think Tony Mejia mentioned Bones Highland. I know he practiced fully on Tuesday, so hopefully he's a go, and he's a very important part of that second unit there. Obviously, everyone's kind of surprised about this Thunder team being on a 4-game winning streak. I know we always talk about how the Thunder are cash cows with the ATS, but beating the Clippers twice and Mavs in Dallas, I think those are huge wins there. But do we really think they're that good? I don't know. Maybe these teams early on in the season who are supposed to be towards the top of the league are really kind of just overlooking this Thunder team. Everyone's talking about tanking for Wemby, right? So I don't know. I think at some point things are going to come back to a place where the Thunder go where they belong, which is not in the playoffs. Not in the top 8. That's where I think they are. And I know their defense right now looks really solid, 4th in the league in defensive rating. Shai's playing elite ball right now, but to me, I think the Nuggets really have something to prove here. I mean, I think they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna be in a situation where they're gonna come out here hot to start out the gate, and with OKC struggling on the offensive side of the ball, not being able to shoot the 3 ball consistently as a group. I think they're like 29th in 3-point field goal percentage, or somewhere in the bottom 5 of the league right there. So. Same thing with the Warriors. I feel like if the Nuggets can get an early lead here, it's going to be tough for the Thunder team to really kind of shoot themselves back into this game. That's my opinion there. I think obviously the Thunder have a good defense. Both of these teams actually play a fast pace, but if the Thunder struggle offensively and they can hold the Nuggets down to a decent amount here, I could see 2 things happening, which is the Nuggets covering that 6-point spread, and also towards the under at 229, because it was 229. I think it moved down to 228. Those are the 2 ways that I look. I like and agree with where the numbers are going.
Yeah, Ish Smith too, I think, still on that questionable list for Denver. You're right, 228.5. So I'm seeing now, Ronald, coming down just a touch. I mean, I'm still shocked it's at 6.5, to be completely honest with you. I thought for sure we'd be at 7.5 at some particular point, but plenty of time. 8 o'clock Eastern time tip-off there. And those are the 2 games, guys. So now it is time to do the customary 60 seconds trek here. We'll give these guys 60 seconds on the clock. They can do whatever the hell they want with it, as long as they give us a best bet somewhere along the line. And that's it. So, Ronald Kabang, we're going to start with you, sportsmemo.com. Hit us up, 60 seconds. Where are you going tonight?
Yeah, man. First, I want to shout out the NBA Triple-Double show over at sportsmemo.com. I do it with Moneyline Matt every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've been doing really well there. Very profitable season so far. We talk about 3 games per day, and between two cappers, and sometimes we have three. So we have a good show there that's about 30 minutes long. A lot of information, not only just winning bets, but also winning information of how we look at these games, and we just want to share, profitable situations and things like that. As far as best bet today, I'm gonna go with the Warriors here. I think they win this by double digits. A lot of things that I mentioned earlier, the lack of depth on the Magic side, and just not being able to shoot. I think the shiftiness of Golden State will get it done. They'll probably have a huge lead early in the first half as well. So I wouldn't talk anyone off the first half in the full game there for the Warriors.
Ooh, love it. Look at that. He left a little time on the clock, too, man. Love it, Raleigh Bang. Fantastic stuff there. SportsMemo.com. Make sure you guys head over there now. Grab those best bets. Tony Mejia, you know the routine. 60 seconds, brother, man. Where you going tonight?
I mean, if you want to lean Warriors, I would definitely do it first half, especially since they're coming off one of their better defensive efforts, which isn't saying much, but against Miami, they'll start to pick it up. My best bet, and especially if Bones Highland plays, because he did shine the other night, before he had the injury, he had 26 points. He scored one in the first meeting between the Nuggets and the Thunder, and that game ended up 122 to 117. With Oklahoma City losing that game, but they've been able to win 4 in a row, and I think they have nobody that can stop Nikola Jokic, so they're going to have to score with the Nuggets to be competitive here. And certainly, it's a little bit of an insurance policy to have Bones Highland going out there because you don't know what you can expect from Jamal Murray this early in the season. So I like the high side in OKC and Denver, and looking forward to seeing Josh Giddey, which will take a little more tonight, take some pressure off Shea.
All right. Expect a little something going on there. Tony, Finn, you got a 3-pack up at WagerTalk.com. So 60 seconds on the clock. Give us a best bet. Tell people where to go.
Well, first off, only at WagerTalk can you find the exciting and entertaining Tony Finn and his picks, right? Well, and again, yesterday you guys sound like they did really well. So you need to go get the other Tony, and you need to go over to Sports Memo and hit these two up because they're on fire. And I win my side, but I lost my 2 props, so 1 and 2, but I did well in baseball. So let's go to this free pick really quick. This complimentary pick. I'm at the Warriors and the Magic game tonight. That's where I'm at for this complimentary pick. Pablo Banchero has listen. The secret's done with him. You can't get those 15, 16 points props anymore out tonight. 20.5 points, just kind of heavy at -145. However, the disrespect Coach Mosley keeps telling these kids they are getting because not a player in the top 100 except for Pablo over 20.5 points.
Oh, kid is I didn't even check. Anybody know what his rookie of the year odds are right now? Anybody? I don't.
I would say they're 2 to 1.
Are they? Is it really?
Probably.
Still 2 to 1? Interesting. Okay.
I'm on the Benedict Mathurin still, hopeful because he started great.
Yeah,
and I gave that out as my future.
He started out great.
Concaro's clubhouse leader, no question.
Yeah. What did you got, Ronald? You on them in the future?
Yeah, I'm on Mathurin plus 800 for that rookie of the year too. So me and Tony in the same spot there.
Yeah, that's going to fluctuate all year long. All right, guys, let's check it out here one more time. Recap. Paulo Banchero over 20.5 for Mr. Finn. Tony Mejia is looking at the Denver, Oklahoma City over 228.5. Keep an eye on the whole Bones Highland availability. While Ronald Kabang over at SportsMemo.com says, don't be afraid to lay it first half, full game. The Golden State Warriors, guys. And again, make sure you check out the free live odds page over at WagerTalk.com, as well as you see it right there. Go to their pages. Tony Finn, Tony Mejia. You can get them right now over at WagerTalk.com. Same exact page, just kind of a different color. It says Sports Memo on it. Go to SportsMemo.com and you can fill up Capper and Ronald Kabang. Make sure you're checking out that show, too, they got going on over there at SportsMemo.com. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Only a couple of games tonight, but plenty of action across the board. You guys that are watching us on YouTube, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. Hit the subscribe button. make sure you download the brand new WagerTalk TV app across all your platforms, whether it be your tablets, your phones, your smart TVs. Go to your favorite app store, download WagerTalk TV, get all the content on demand. It is great stuff. On behalf of the Tony brothers and Ronald Cabang, Mr. UCapper, we appreciate the time, guys. Best of luck with your plays tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow for another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show. Good luck, guys. We'll see you then.
Ready to take your favorite WagerTalk handicappers wherever you travel this football season? The WagerTalk TV app is now live for phones, tablets, smart TVs, and streaming platforms. Tune into your favorite shows like WagerTalk Today, Bet on It, and the Opening Line Report. Plus, browse through our extensive library of sports betting tips. Create your personal playlist of betting tip videos to help you prepare for the upcoming season, and set notifications to alert you when new content is added. Download the app for Apple, Android, Amazon, and Roku devices by searching for WagerTalk TV, or scan the QR code on your screen to join the winning conversation today.